Hello everyone, it's Debbie from Australia and I'm here today with my February cross stitch update. Now before I lose him, and after several complaints from people who have not seen Mr. Darcy for a while, he is here with me. He will now cover me in grey fur. He has been back to the vet since the last video. And you can see on his patches, funny enough, he's got black growth. Come on, show everyone, darling. Both sides. So, you know, he's going to have these beautiful black patches. I think underneath the grey skin will come up. I think just the long black hairs come back. It's taken him a long time to get that hair back on his little hips. He's happy enough, but he's still very clingy. Very clingy. But say hello to all your friends. Come on. Come on, I get in trouble when you don't visit. Come on. Come on, you're not going away. Look up. Look up. Look up, you naughty boy. There we go. There's my good boy. He might come back and visit. He might stay there. I have got a little rug. I don't think. Oh. Where's your head? Come in this way. No. Nope, I think he's got the grump now. And I'm also covered in grey hair. He's got the grump because I disturbed his little sleep, but I thought I'd better catch him while I could. February was, I don't know, this year has been very different for me. I don't know what's going on. I tend to fall asleep in the chair sort of after tea, so the stitches are not up there. Not that that's a big issue, you need your sleep, but it is a bit unusual for me. February was no different. Quite a few days I drifted off in the chair and didn't get as many stitches, but I have been able to meet all the prompts in the group I'm in Down Under Divas. So, you know, it's not like I'm not doing it, and again, you know, it's all for fun. Anyway, February, I did manage to have 5 starts. I had 5 finishes. I've actually got some fully finished to show you a bit later, so I hope you're sitting down. That's not a very regular thing for me, but I'll show you the finishes first. The first one is this one here. It is an Art Nouveau bookmark from Doreen Jones. I thought it was very, very pretty. And this is not fully finished. This is just put on a bit of foam board just so I can show you. And there it is. I did do it on opal. It is very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. I just have to finish it up and put it into a bookmark. So that was finish number 1. Finish number 2. Oh, the bookmark started on the 4th of January last month and finished on the 26th of February. The next one is one I can now take to work. Now I show you. It's just called Snarky Cross Stitch, but I've been calling it Face Control while I've been working on it. This one I have got in a hoop. I've only covered it with paper at the back that's coming because I'm going to take this to work. This one I started on the 12th of April 2022 and finished it on the 14th of the 2nd 2023, and I really enjoy it. I do think, let me have a look if they are in order. Okay, see, yet again, always forget the photos. That's before and after for the finish for the bookmark. And the next one, yes, should be Face Control. I basically had a lot of white to go, and on Down Under Divas I actually had to do 2,000 white stitches, so it worked out perfectly for that one. I only had to fill in a little bit of extra red and yellow, and it was all done. So that was a rather fun one that I very much enjoyed. Now, yet again, my photos, there it is, are out of whack. This one is a cutie. this was one of my starts with this month. One of the 5. It's just called Cute Panda from Rainbow Hunter on Etsy. Absolutely cute as anything. He's only a little fellow. Started him on the 17th of February. Finished him on the 18th. It comes in a set of 4, and I really love the little fox. The others are cute too, but I really love the little fox, so he'll be coming along some time as we go. Here's just a little close-up of the little panda in the bottle. The next one, I was put onto these from Anne. She's at Hooks, HOOKES, on Etsy. You should watch her. She stitches some amazing patterns. She put me onto these tiny classic pictures. How you could have something so tiny and get the full effect is amazing. I did this one on 25 count, just white, even weave. I intend to do it 1/1. I enjoyed it so much. But that is on 2/2, 25 count. Don't you blur? Why are you blurring? Oh, come on. There we go. 25 count 2/2, and I really think it'll look amazing 1/1. It should be about the size of a postage stamp, because that's only about 3 inches by 2.5, and so much detail in it. It's amazing. That was started on the 19th it's start number 2 for February. Started the 19th of February, finished the 26th. That one was very enjoyable, and Anne has done quite a few of the others, and they're just beautiful. Finish number 4, 5. This is finish number 5. This is Wilbur from Trees the Kogut. This was part of a pig along between myself, Animal Instinct Kelly, Pennington Terrace Amanda, and again Anne from @hooks on Instagram. And here is my Wilbur. I was last cab on the rank getting this finished. Don't know why, but I was. Wilbur was started on the 14th of December, as that was the anniversary of the movie Babe. It's a release in Australia. And I finished it on the 25th of February. It's done on Zombie Blood from Sunny Dyes Fabrics. Now, I have got the before and after. Putting the little pig, once I actually sat down to do it, I just simply got it done. And then that one should show all 4 of us. Mine is the multicoloured pink up the top, the pink. Next to it is Kelly from Animal Instincts. The one on black is Anne from @hooks, and Anne actually finished the ear rather than put the frame around it. I think she did a terrific job. And the little fellow on, I think it's truffle fabric, is Amanda's from Pennington Terrace, and they've all got their own little personalities, and they're all cute of a button. Then I've got 2 more starts. 3 of the starts were in the finishes. Another start I started with Anzac Soldier. This is technically a DMC pattern, or they released it. I'll bring it up close because I find it very hard to pronounce those words, but it's from DMC. I believe I got it from Etsy. Now, this might look like the red has bled, but it hasn't. It's just got the thread behind it. Pattern Keeper this time went a bit bizarre on me. The filling in red never appeared because it was just they filled it in. It was just simply a red square, so I have to use a PDF pattern for that. So it doesn't show up anywhere on Pattern Keeper, but everything else does. But this is where I'm up to. I hope to get a fair bit of work done on it this month because I'd like it finished for April for my mum, who puts up a nice display around her house for Anzac Day. Well, she does it for every day, but Anzac Day, I don't think I have. Oh yes, it's just a close-up. So I only have to finish the top half of the soldier. Top half of the soldier, finish the flowers, and lest we forget. So hopefully I can get that done. I might have to take it to lunch, to work on it at lunch. Next one, this is a freebie from Told in the Garden. It's simply labelled Christmas 1994. Very pretty. Of course, on the freebies they don't actually have a picture, so that was didn't have a name or anything on it, but I got that from Google Images, and that is where showing up black, but it's not. It's definitely navy. And the star. Oh, you can just see the star. There is some white stitches in there. I've still got to do their faces. Finish the white around the halo around, of course, little Jesus, and then the gold frame. And one of the challenges this month, I have to work in gold thread, I think, so I'll be able to get some work done on that one. I don't know why this one is in New Starts. I'm absolutely positive I started this. Maybe it was last month. I'm losing it. Another new start. This is from Just Cross Stitch magazine, August 2021. I really took that way. There we go. I really took a shine to that bookmark. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And I can tell you, stitching it, believe it or not, was very calming. I have only got a photo for this one because I only got a photo for a couple of them because I've already well, it's sitting over the side there finished, but I finished it in March, so that's how much I got done in February. The colours, like there's about 4 different blues in there, and it was just one of those pieces, you know, sometimes you sit there merrily stitching them and you just think, you know, very relaxing. Now, the next one is, on to whips now. I know I'm flying through this, I don't mean to. I went out with my mum this afternoon. We went and saw Afternoon at the Proms. Absolutely fantastic show. And then come home and fell asleep with Darcy for a short while, so I'm trying to get this done before hubby comes back from afternoon shift. Stitch in Time, Supersized, Heaven and Earth, artwork by Aimee Stewart. Again, this time, this I've only got a picture, so I don't think I got terribly many. I think there's only about 1,500 stitches in this month, in February, but March I've already done a fair few because I was able to use this pattern for all 10 of the first fortnight's challenges for Down Under Divas, and I'll be using it for 7 of the next fortnight's 10. So there is a lot more done, so it was just too far along to do it. So that's where I was up to at the end of February. I keep forgetting what month I'm up to. Inspired by Kelly Bannermoon Stinks. This is B. Artwork by Lorna, Laine. Charted by Gecko, Rouge. This is a favourite. It doesn't get as much as it should, and it should. I think it's because I have to move the Q-snap around a fair bit. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I really, really love this one. It is lovely. All those golds. And this month I've started I think I started around here, and I just started to try and just starting to fill in all the gaps. I use this a lot, you know, if I have to stitch in gold or yellow or pink or blue. That's why you've got all those random flowers done all around the place as part of the challenges. But the last time I only had to do it, it was done because it was a B. I didn't have to stitch on a B. So I started filling in gaps, and I think that's what I'm going to try and do as much as I can. Next week is Leeds House Sampler from Rosewood Manor. This was a new start in January. And I'll show you the before and after the bee. You can just see, it actually took me a long time to find it, but it is on the lower wing up the top, lower wing at the top, tip of the wing. You can see I've started to fill in blanks in that area. That's what I'm slowly going to try and do. So this time, lead sampler. Still love this. I think that's the first time I've really been working with sulky thread, and it has been quite enjoyable. And this is where I am up to. I started this was my new year, new start. It is being done on 28 Helix from Picture This Plus, which is the called for fabric. And again, this is another one that is very calming. If you're a bit stressed and you want to be comfortable there, mate. And if you just want something calming to sit and work on, this is lovely. It's only got 4 colours, but they're very effectively put together. And before and after. Again, I had to do 2,000 stitches. And then when I finished the 2,000 stitches, I merrily, I usually keep going for the rest of the night. This next one, I think it's going. I've had enough of it. Pride and Prejudice. Love the border. Wasn't happy with the fill-in on the chart. That's personal preference. I charted the words Pride and Prejudice. That's looking very wonky there. And oh god, it's come out. I think I might as well cut it off because I'm ready to throw this one in the bin. I charted it out, used graph paper and everything, and for some reason it was off centre and I couldn't stand it. So I unpicked the Pride and Prejudice, and it stained the fabric. The DMC sort of left a stain. Now, it may come out when I wash it. I don't know, but I'm not happy with the font. I used the font that was already in the pattern further down the page. It looks, I don't know, not quite right, and I've got a pulled thread on the D on the end that I've just tried to chop off the worst of it. I'm supposed to be stitching on it this month. I might continue on the border, and then worst case scenario, I will take out the Pride and Prejudice wording and I'll wash it, and if it doesn't wash up, I'll hoy it in the bin because I am tired of it. There we go. And again, funny that one photo is nice and white, and it is on white, and the other one is showing up creamy. I think it's just a different light, so I took them under. So all I basically did was the 2 little red posies, the other yellow star, and Pride and Prejudice up the top. And it's really sad that I don't like it, but such is life. Now another one, I'm going to put it away. I might be able to reach it. Sorry, darling. Another one I'm only going to show a picture was another new star for January. This is Magwayen. So sad this picture is so dark. It doesn't show the beauty for the colours. It is absolutely beautiful. I've only got her photo because she's had another 2,000 put in this month already. So last month I started on the ship. I had to work on a ship for one of the challenges. Multicolourful ship. But with the 2000 this month, I didn't have to specifically target anything, so I finished the ship and got a fair bit of her skirt done. And again, far too done to... I'd have nothing to show you in March, which is only 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away, the end of March. So I thought I'd just slip the picture in for that one. Next, Long Dog, Tap Dancers. Another one I fell in love with. This one hasn't got a terrible lot to go. That's where I'm up to. This is being done on Ice Blue from Zweigert, and I'm using PR 132, I think it is. Just the slightly blue variegated. I love those bagpipes. I think they're classic. I've got to go across. I'm well past, I think halfway here on the top of the thing, so there's not a lot to do, but so much detail in it. It's another one that's really enjoyable. I'm finding more and more, I was never a blue person, but I've been finding that a lot of my projects lately have had a lot of blue on them. Before and after, I only worked in that far corner, finished the tap, added some leaves, the ballet dancer, and brought the border up as I went along. Next, Haunted Library Cell. This one I am doing with Joe from Belushi Stitches and Kelly from Animal Instinct. We started after the other one, after the actual sale was finished. We're sort of, the last lot came out and that was it. Couldn't help it anymore. And again, I've been lazy on this one. I've left it in the Q-snaps. This one, basically, I added a whole heap of the brown. I think I actually had to stitch in brown. So I'm just starting to fill in now because that's all the major black of the staircase done. Dracula was done for another challenge. So I think I'm going to work on this staircase and come on up. I was going to try and follow the steps of the cell. And I could, I suppose. It's just wondering if I've kept that information handy. Before and after, you can just see I've just done a lot of browns coming up the stairs. Oh, good boy, you're staying. You might get another cameo appearance, hey? If you be good. He's actually beside me here. Is a printer. You can just see these. You can just. You hooked on my bracelet, mate. Yeah, you can just. No, I don't know how to get his head in it. He's just there though. Now getting a bit wild and woolly, trying to bite me without teeth. Anyway, the last whip I've got to show you this month is the Templar Prophecy. This one has to be finished this year. I like my new year, new starts. Finished in the year I started, and this one was a big failure. This was started 1/1/2020. Was a bad year, but that's no excuse. I might have been able to finish it if I was allowed to stay at home and hibernate, or it's not hibernate, quarantine. But there was no change for my husband and I. We're at work every single day throughout the whole period. I'm working on closing on this dark space here. I want to come back over to this edge and finish here, but I'm a bit concerned. I'd like to double check that I'm in the right spot, because I don't want to go too far up because it's got to match a top border. It's getting there. I've got to pull out two butterflies there, because I forgot I do all the butterflies in red. So we're slowly getting there. The black work inside the night is actually black. The rest of the time I've done it on the greys. So we're getting there. It hasn't got a lot to go, and I really want it done this year. Before and after. Yeah, just showing I worked on that central piece. I want to get to the little unicorns. I'm going to try and do them as if the printer, there's 4 of them in a row. I thought I'd do one black and then dark grey, medium grey, light grey, very pale grey. As if the printer or my thread was running out of colour, but we'll see. We'll see. Now purchases. Pretty sure there's, yeah, I don't remember a lot. I've got my standard 3 threads from the monthly threads from a Stitch in Time down in Tasmania. I also purchased, and I didn't print off, I believe 3 more long dogs. One was Ragnarok. One was Licorice All Sorts, which is totally different to anything I think I've ever stitched before. And for the life of me, I can't remember the third at this stage. I tried to tell someone the other night and I didn't. These are coming up really nicely. They're my next lot. And of course, can't read them. Latte, lavender, lavender rose, lemonade, lemon chiffon and liberty. That's this one. So it's really funny. We're up to like S's, R and S's and O's in the other, but there's obviously going to be a lot more colours in the week's dye works because we're only up to L's in those. Okay, Gentle Arts. We've got School Garden. Rose Garden, Royal Purple, Ruby Slipper, Sage, Sarsaparilla and Schoolhouse Red. Probably, oh, there's a bit to go with the Schoolhouse Red. And from Classic Colourworks, these are all O's. Okay, we're going to start with Old Oak Tree, Olive Branch, Onion Skins. Come on. I hope it's not the camera and it is only me. Origina? No. Where are you going? No, stay. I'm nearly finished. We'll have another chat. Orca's Iris. Oh! Yep, you fell. Sorry. And Organza Pink. Yes. Classic Colourworks. Yep, we've lost that, so he won't be here. And basically, the only other thing I have to show you is I put all 4 items in the show. It's one good way of pulling your finger out and actually framing things. This is An Evening on the Shire, Cute Patterns by Maria. I thought I had something showing there, it's just a reflection. I did frame this up tight, but I think it looks really nice in the little black folder. They weren't impressed. But I loved it, always have. Next one they weren't impressed with. I shouldn't say that. I'm not being wrong. But you know, they see it as only cross stitch. They sort of said to me, it's just cross stitch, you know. So this is You Belong to Me from Long Dogs that I finished not that long ago. Ooh. Oh, there we go, finally straight, I think. I had this framed right up close to the edges on the side. It was a frame I had, and then I found out I had one extra day, so I went and got a bigger frame. And luckily, when I'd previously laced it, I left enough material that I could actually put it in there because it didn't look right having room at the bottom and not on the side, so I'm very happy with that one. Very happy with that one. That's on Days Gone By fabric. that I have not been able to get my hands on again. Ooh, where am I going to put you? Oh, dust comes back and that all falls down. There will be a big bang. This is the one I actually thought might do okay, because this isn't just cross stitch. My sampler of stitches I thought was my biggest hope. I lucked out on the frame. This was the frame I had from a op shop, and it's the gold with like the, you know, the rusty blue on it, and it really pulls out all the colours so nicely in this. It did get highly commended. I have got some photos of some of the ones that were there. There was another area that I didn't know about, which was disappointing to find out later. You'd think you'd have all the cross stitch, all the needlework closer together, but yeah, I thought this one would do all right. I did replace, you know, I got the smaller little dragonfly and all the little stitches. And the one that they usually tell me they're just pretty and nothing special, the one they liked, whoops, was White Christmas. I framed her the same as I did Venetian Opulence. She got Grand Champion. This one got second. And they did nicely tell me, the ladies, the wardens or whatever they call themselves, did tell me that this is the one everyone loved, but not technical enough really. But I mainly put them in there to show people there's so many options, and as you can sort of see by what I put in, I try and put in different lots to show them it's not the same stuff. When I was a kid, it wasn't until Flosstube that I'd even known that we never had access to the needlework shops. So I didn't know you could get your own fabric and, sit for Aida down the street if you're making your own pattern up or whatnot. But I think I was 50 before I saw a blooming Mirabilia and nearly died thinking, how could have I missed these? Now let me have a look. Okay, they're not in very... I couldn't get close. They had the barriers a fair way away. This Reserve Champion, that necklace on the model is the Reserve Champion. It was beadwork and it was absolutely magnificent. It was beautiful, just beautiful. You can see there. See, I did get a certificate. I can show you the second. Well, I thought I could show you the second. I think Darcy was on it for my lady. I'm hoping that was in the car because I do try and keep them, but that's not going to show you. That did show you some of the quilts in the background, which were beautiful. Come on, nope, going wrong way. Sorry. The birds are on 50 count silk gauze. They got first, and they got champion. And I couldn't see them up close. I personally feel the framing could have been better, because when I actually got to see it up close, when I went to pick my goods up, it was just stunning. I said to the fellow, there was a fellow there, and I said, look, I don't want to touch it, but can you lift the certificates off? I'd like to see the stitching. I said, because I know it's on silk gauze, I can tell that, but I couldn't get close enough. And when I looked at it, I thought, God, I don't even think I could have done that with a magnifier. Just beautiful. It was just beautiful. My mum looked at it and said it was just two birds, and I said, no, Mum, but it's two birds, but very carefully done. I didn't get a closer photo of my ladies, but that's a closer of the four of mine there together. What I didn't realise, the actual table was only about 3 feet away from the back wall, but I think there was stuff on the other side. You can see some other little frame bits and pieces around, but because I didn't think there was a lot there this year, but the ladies said to me, oh yeah, there was a lot more this year, so okay. Okay, onwards and upwards for next year. I'm trying something new. encouraged by Anne at Hooks. I think that starts in August. A different type of stitching, so I'll have that to put in. I'll find 4 different things in to put in. You're allowed 4, so I just put 4 in. Sometimes it's hard to pick. Anne and my mother both wanted Botany Bay to go in. Couldn't get a frame big enough. And of course, you know, you don't do it sort of now, so it's ready for them. So I'll just have to lift my game and keep my eye out for a frame during the year. We go on to the stats. Basically, I started 26 whips from last year. I've had 12 starts, 7 finishes, so I am still 31. I finished with 31 last month, but I started 5 and finished 5 this month, so I'm still sitting on 31 whips. It is higher than I normally would like, but such is life. They'll get done. There's quite a few I want to get done this year that's in my whip pile. I do have 1 start this month. I'm going to start Gone to Pieces. It's another long dog. It's going to combine my cross stitch and my love for jigsaws. I haven't worked out my colours yet. I think I'm still trying to work out what fabric to put it on. I have got some Zweigert Platinum I might put it on rather than the white. I've got a lot on white. The Platinum may work with the black, and then you just need 6 colours. I'm not going to use the colours that are on there. I thought I'd look at different ones, maybe look at some silks to use, because the colours are only used for the background. I'm starting it because I need, that's my excuse for starting it, because I need 1,000 stitches in black. So, you know, why not? I'm going to start it anyway, so I'll start it now. Anyway, short and sweet. I was going to put in photos of Darcy if I couldn't catch him, but he actually came with me. He only had to wait another 5 minutes and he could have had another cameo. He is getting better, I hope. He's his same old self. He just comes in, he sleeps with us, but he's very clingy at the moment, so I don't think he's still feeling 100%, but he'll get there. I just hope his grey hair comes in, because he looks a bit raggedy at the moment, and I'd hate anyone to think he was a stray. Anyway, wishing you all a great end of March. Because I am so late, I should see you in about 3 weeks. Thank you for all your kind comments. For those that comment, I appreciate them, I enjoy them, and while this uploads, I'll be catching the ones that I've missed. I do find once I get to the studio, you find more comments than you've actually come across that's hit the phone. Anyway, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next month. Bye.